If you do not have your cheat sheet already out and right there on your table or desk ready for you, then you have not been listening to me. I use it. It's on my desk. I am ready to go. So I can start doing grammar. Jason's is a possessive noun modifying decision, which is a noun. Jason's in this case is acting like an adjective, but I really want you to identify it as a possessive noun. To leave, remember to plus a verb. What does that equal? It's an infinitive, so we're going to come back to it because we don't know how it's acting in the sentence yet. The is an article adjective. Party is a noun. Early is answering the question, when did we leave? Okay, was is a linking verb because this is when. All right, and unfortunate is an adjective, and that's modifying decision. Okay. So let's get started. Was is your linking verb predicate. Who or what was? Let's see. Decision was unfortunate, and that's a predicate adjective because linking verbs lead you to predicate adjectives, not direct objects or anything like that. Okay. So now we're asking, let's see, what is to leave the party early doing? Well, it is a infinitive phrase, and it is modifying the decision. So it's acting as an adjective. Does that make sense? Now remember, an infinitive phrase could be a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. So you really cannot identify what type of infinitive phrase it is until you figure out how it's acting in this sentence. So I can actually identify it's an infinitive phrase way before I can identify how it's acting in the sentence because I got to come back later to identify what it's modifying. All right, I have one subject predicate set, which makes it an independent clause and a, let's see, simple declarative. I'm going to go over one thing real quick. I don't know about you, but anytime I see a noun in this top line, I for some reason have to figure out why it doesn't have anything underneath it. Okay, Jason's doesn't because it's acting as an adjective. I've already identified that. Let's see, party is part of the infinitive phrase, so technically I don't have to do that, but it makes me nervous. So, you know how you have an object of the preposition? You can also have an object of the infinitive. And if you're ever wondering why you have a noun with something underneath it, if it's in an infinitive phrase, then it's probably the object of the infinitive. I know it may not help you, and I'm not looking for this on the quizzes or anything, but that's why that's there. It's acting as the object in the infinitive. All right. Okay. Here again, we have to plus a verb, so I'm going to come back to it later. Those is acting as a demonstrative pronoun, modifying cookies, which is a noun. You could say it's an adjective. I would take either one of those because it's saying which cookies, but this is a demonstrative. It's telling me which cookies, those cookies. I've got a traffic signal here of some sort. You is a personal pronoun. Must is a helping verb. Add is an action verb. The is an article adjective. Flour is a noun. And is a coordinating conjunction. Baking is an adjective modifying soda, which is a noun. And first is telling me when to add it. So that is an adverb. All right, let's go find our predicates. All right, must add is an action verb predicate. That's the only one I have. Who or what must add? You is your subject. You must add flour and soda. And the only reason I can do that is because I have a coordinating conjunction here, and I know that I'm coordinating these two things. I'm joining these two things. Okay, flour and soda. So you must add the flour and baking soda first. That is your standalone independent clause. So what is to make those cookies doing? Okay, it is acting as how to do it. So it's going to be an adverb infinitive phrase. Okay, and that would make cookies the object of the infinitive if you're looking for something like that. You can also scratch that out if that makes you feel good. So I have one subject predicate set, which makes it an independent clause, and a simple declarative. Okay, again, I have my cheat sheet right here. I underlined to make because I know it's not, make is not acting like it normally would because it's got to in front of it, and to would normally be a preposition, but to plus make, so that would be to plus a verb. I know that that equals an infinitive, so I have to go figure out how the infinitive is acting. Now remember, an infinitive phrase can act as a noun, an adjective, or an adverb, so I have to go figure out how to do what it's acting at. The other thing I want to point out to you, which is like uber super important, oops, my paper's all messed up, is if you're ever in doubt of how something is acting, I love this on the adjective and the adverb. The adjective answers the question, what kind, how many, which one, and the adverb answers how, when, where, or to what extent. So to make the cookies is saying, how do you make the cookies? So that is going to be an infinitive phrase acting as an adverb.